Chapter 4. Former, denoting the first or first mentioned of two people or things.
The former is a reason why we should be very patient. The latter, why we should be very penitent when we are afflicted.
Cautious, of a person, careful to avoid potential problems or dangers.
Well, the owner is a little cautious in this case.
Praise, the expression of approval or admiration for someone.
I'm guessing the breeders aren't singing in praise of the Lord.
Sensible, reasonable, practical, and showing good judgment.
Well, it's about how love is all very well, but you have to be sensible.
Breeding, the fact of coming from a family of high rank and having polite social behavior.
It is impolite to pass a person without at least nodding, and so I nod out of elementary good breeding, nothing more.
Likewise, also.
The colour was fine, likewise the design, but the aroma, ooh, that was a failure.
Flattered, pleased because someone has shown you that they like or admire you.
Well, I want you to know I'm flattered by this call.
Compliment, a polite expression of praise or admiration.
Some people think I'm forward, but you know, if I like something, I just come right out and just compliment them.
Gallantry, polite attention or respect given by men to women.
Anyway, call me a romantic, but I love the gallantry, the chivalry.
Apt, having a tendency to do something.
You're a great deal too apt to like people in general, you know.
Hasty, done or acting with excessive speed or urgency, hurried.
Well, let's not be hasty.
Censure, express severe disapproval of someone, especially in a formal statement.
I deserve censure for this, far more than for any filing irregularity.
Affectation, a way of behaving, speaking, etc. that is not sincere or natural.
This affectation, my dear Nino, is more than a disguise. It's
Candor, the quality of being open and honest in expression.
Basically, what this game requires is complete candor, which means honesty, openness.
Candid, truthful and straightforward.
However, depending on how candid you are here today, I may be able to keep you in Pakistan.
Converse, to have a conversation with someone.
How foolish of me to think that I should be able to converse with my husband.
Charming, pleasant or attractive.
You come in here with your Microsoft money and buy this 9,000 square foot teardown in the middle of this charming neighborhood, and you think that's gonna make you belong?
Chapter 4. When Jane and Elizabeth were alone, the former, who had been cautious in her praise of Mr. Bingley before, expressed to her sister just how very much she admired him. "He is just what a young man ought to be," said she, "sensible, good-humored, lively, and I never saw such happy manners, so much ease, with such perfect good breeding." "He is also handsome," replied Elizabeth, "which a young man ought likewise to be, if he possibly can." His character is thereby complete. I was very much flattered by his asking me to dance a second time. I did not expect such a compliment. Did not you? I did for you. But that is one great difference between us. Compliments always take you by surprise, and me never. What could be more natural than his asking you again? He could not help seeing that you were about 5 times as pretty as every other woman in the room. No thanks to his gallantry for that. Well, he certainly is very agreeable, and I give you leave to like him. You have liked many a stupider person. Dear Lizzie. Oh. You are a great deal too apt, you know, to like people in general. You never see a fault in anybody. All the world are good and agreeable in your eyes. I never heard you speak ill of a human being in your life. I would not wish to be hasty in censuring anyone, but I always speak what I think. I know you do, and it is that which makes the wonder. With your good sense, to be so honestly blind to the follies and nonsense of others. Affectation of candor is common enough, one meets with it everywhere. But to be candid without ostentation or design, to take the good of everybody's character and make it still better, and say nothing of the bad, belongs to you alone. And so you like this man's sisters, too, do you? Their manners are not equal to his. Certainly not, at first. But they are very pleasing women when you converse with them. Miss Bingley is to live with her brother, and keep his house, and I am much mistaken if we shall not find a very charming neighbor in her.